Hello! I'm doing a video 3 here of since I've had my hemorrhoidectomy and the recovery sort of process, and this week's been pretty good, really positive, really good. Still sore, but the big difference. So today's Sunday, the April the 28th. I had my operation on Thursday, April the 11th. So that's 10, 11. Right, I'm about nearly 3 weeks into the recovery. Anyway, the big major changes. About 5 days ago, went to the toilet and there was no passing blood. A little tiny touch of blood in the stool, but the real breakthrough, and it's, oh God, I can't believe, I'm so happy, was that, past the stool, and that was it. There was no which is what I had all of last year and a bit. There was no vein coming out, there was no blood, there was no need to keep going, which you may understand this. It's the most horrible, uncomfortable feeling that that I was suffering with these, what they call the grade 3 pile that would come out after, and then they would remain out. So for the past sort of 4 or 5 days, I've been going to the toilet every day. I've been eating very clean food, smooth food, and I'm not sitting down very much, but the pain is not. The pain is now more turned into an itch, which I think is a positive thing, because generally when a wound is healing, you would get a bit itchy. So I've had a shower earlier on today, and again I've sort of cleaned the wound, or the area, the area itself where they did. I can see where they've sort of, because it's slightly near the external anal exit. I can see where I think the surgeon has, let's say it's sort of white in colour. It's not infected or anything like that at all, and it's certainly not magnificently painful. I'm taking 1 ibuprofen and 1 paracetamol every 6 hours, and I'm so scared to even think that this is. All I can say is it seems like it's been successful, and that's nearly 3 weeks after the operation. So I'm not going to count my chickens too soon and think that it's completely cleared, because from what I can see when I have a look, there may be a little bit of scarring there, but I don't care. If there's something noticeable in 6 months, a year's time in that area, I really don't care, as long as I can go to the toilet. And once I've had a bowel movement, that's it. It's clear. That feeling that your bowels are empty. You've had number 2. There's no blood. There's no blood leaking. There's no, the toilet is not full of blood. You don't have to worry about blood coming out of through your underwear. All these things, previous to this operation and last year, all of last year pretty much was just daily. I can't tell you how horrible that was. So so far, it seems successful. That's great. I've just got to obviously keep it clean, look out for no infection. And I actually saw the nurse. She looked at the wound only 4 days after I had the operation, and she couldn't really say much. She said, "Oh, it's a bit wet, and there's blood there," and so she couldn't really see. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to arrange an appointment for probably end of next week, just to get the doctor or the nurse to have a look and see what they think, just to back up my theory that it's all, you know, healing as it should. I'm so happy. It's just like this. I can't begin to tell you. So for me, what I've been through with the operation has been absolutely worth it, just for this past 5 days alone of how it feels to have a bowel movement, which is still painful, but the feeling after that there is no need to continue to go, because there is no pile that has come out and has remained out, or sort of a near prolapse type thing, which is essentially what was happening with me. So from what I can tell, the surgeons, whatever they've removed, I need to get a full actual, because when I was discharged I didn't get a detailed analysis from the surgeon saying what he'd removed. And it might sound silly, but you know, I want to know sort of what was cut off, and was it 2, 3? I know obviously one's definitely been removed, so I need to get that information. You know, just a general surgeon report of da-da-da-da, because when I was discharged, as I say, I didn't see the surgeon, but it just said you've had a hemorrhoidectomy and something else, but it didn't give you, you know, the details of what they cut. It didn't give you the gory details, and I guess I would like to know that, because the operations I've had previously, going years back, they didn't go into too much detail either. They just sort of said what the procedure was. But because of everything I've been through with this, I would like to know the gory details and exactly what happened, specifically happened, rather than just saying, right, you've had a hemorrhoidectomy on a grade 3 hemorrhoid. I want to know what they've removed. So that's sort of the next step. So yeah, mentally, it's the main thing. Also is mental. It's because the discomfort and the pain last year was not manageable, but it was the mental anguish it was giving me all day, that was dehumanizing me, and my mental health. I was just going absolutely psychotic. So it's a horrible thing to have. So I'll wrap up and I'll say, so far, you know, that's me nearly 2.5, nearly 3 weeks into the operation, and the blood's completely stopped, and I'm having bowel movements which are still slightly painful, but they're, God, I know I can feel the difference. It's and one final thing, which is I guess this is really male related. If you had the problem I had last year, where not just after the bowel movement was the hemorrhoid coming out and bleeding, it was also affecting me, my libido in every way, and I wasn't sure if it was physical, psychological, or both, and it was both really. But from what I can gather, for the past 5 days, since it's been clearer and easier, my libido every day, wow, yeah, you know, and I'm talking erection, has just been, I'm having an erection, and it is staying that way, and I am ejaculating, which is incredible. So I'm trying not to be too excited, but I'm very, very happy, because I'm a bit of a pessimist at the best of times, so I don't want to get my hopes up that this has saved me and everything's brilliant down below now, only for something to go wrong. So I'll remain happy and optimistic and try to be relaxed, and I guess I'll really know in another 2-3 weeks, a month, that it's been utterly, completely, 100% successful. So on that note, this is what, the 3rd video I've done. Yeah, that's it. Also, I've got to also, for managing this, so that hopefully, you know, piles, hemorrhoids never come back. Posture is a big issue, I suppose, and sitting down. I've got to be aware of my posture, I think, and not slouch or try and tense up too much, which is a bit difficult for me. But I got some money off a friend to get a chair for summer, which hopefully is comfortable and, you know, to sit on, and also yeah, that's just something I'm aware of, that I'm going to do everything within my power for this never to come back, you know, ever again. I never want it to come back. I don't want to go through this again. So that's it. Very positive stuff, really. Okay, best of health to you. If you've got any questions on this subject, give me a shout. As I say, my operation was in Britain, in a Bournemouth hospital, and yeah, seems successful. Okay, bye bye.